I'm going to do two poems. My first poem is called Choice of Her Choice. Dreary is the sight from this window, as Aurora exalts her beautiful face, beckoning darkness beneath the rim of her skirt. Night, the mothership of all secrets, concubine and bedfellow am I, inheriting the phallic noda of strangers as anarchy combats my senses. Brief encounters of stolen moments help subdue obnoxious imbeciles' loneliness, epically increasing the depths of my own. Dank, murky streets swarm with rats and maggots and sadomasochistic creatures. The repugnant smell of stale perfume expands throughout the air as the reeking stench of bile swirls among the sewage, racing to unknown destinations beneath dim street lamps. But as that clock strikes that precious hour, I flee home, shedding my remains by the threshold, and enter my domicile seconds before Aurora reveals her beauty. She who mollifies self-loathing. Her effervescent ardor caresses my children's tender faces as they stir before awakening, and I am again blessed to hear the crescendo of the concerto, thus being their voices, music to my ears. And the next poem is called Proceed with Caution. He was clandestine in his meetings with her and quixotic in the approach. Before the sweat could evaporate from his forehead and the diminished ejaculation consider re-erection, she was a faded memory, like the excitement of a carousel, good for a ride or two. His magnetic attraction to her exhumed in the carnality of phallic arousal, as the image of him wiping his diffused remains of dying soldiers across her cheeks entered his mind. Beyond the bray of horses, heat-stricken gnats swirl 360 degrees above their heads in expeditious convictions without destination landings. The sun's scourging intensity pushes through wheat stalks as scarecrow's straw trickle beyond the lapel of its shirt. A kaleidoscope of emotion sweeps in all at once, and she sees her distorted reflection within the fragments of shard glass, surrounding bold colors. She is, sorry, lost my place. I'll do another one, sorry.
Check it, come on, do it.
Mama. Mama, when she looks at me, has the undertone of disappointment in her eyes, a sadness that lingered behind for all that she wanted to be. Mama, who was supposed to love me. Flesh of her body, facial features that has no flaws, to whom I belong, yet Mama didn't know what to do with me. My siblings are perfection, and I stand in comparison, never measuring up. Mama, who doesn't know how to love. Mama, who could never understand the gifts from God. Mama, who stays lost in her self-indulgent, materialistic purchases, absorbed by her own arrogance and wanting a shoulder to cry on without despair. Sad song does Mama sing when she finally reaches for me, but my eyes blast her with a winter's wind, and I feed her chips from the glacier that she helped to create. Frostbite has set in. Our winter storms never end. How long can one stand in a place where the trees are constantly being cut down? Timber echoes, but I was never swift enough to get out of the way. Leveled by fallen wood, scraped by sharp branches, thorns stuck through my side. And as I crawled from under the tree, blood trailed behind me. When I looked, there she stood with an axe and a chainsaw, Mama, who can't see beyond the trees. She leaves me with a bludgeoned body with no path to follow, no trail mix to find. Hunger in my belly and strength I must find, finding my way back to her time after time. Silently I cry out to her, hoping that she'll notice. But Mama can't see anything but her own stake toward glory.